Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Toddzilla again with Joe's Auto Workland. I just want to go over an attack that I have to kind of highlight some common mistakes that you'll see, especially at Town Hall 9 levels. We're going to go over kind of jump spell placement, and then we're going to go over kind of your funnel. So typically when you start off on an attack, you'll see a lot of people throw down their golems and they'll maybe just clump them right together in the same spot, and they're not going to take aggro from, certain buildings if they just throw them down in one spot. If you know you want, like in this particular attack, I wanted to come in on this section. I don't just throw my golems down right in front of these two and have them get beat on by those. I kind of know if I'm going to come in here and create a wall, if I send a golem over here, it could easily take the aggro from there as well instead of my funnel wizards. And if I can, I can take this mortar as well, because I wanted to get rid of from there all the way over to there with my funnel. And I only take 7 wizards. You'll see often a lot of people lay down their golems and it's just a big line of like 10 wizards. They'll just lay them down in a big line. That's not necessarily the greatest strategy for funneling. It does get rid of all the trash on the beginning part, but then after that your wizards kind of scatter. So what you want to do is typically, once you throw your golems down, you throw your wizards down on the very outside buildings. I usually typically throw 2 down, and then I put them on the inside. So instead of throwing them kind of way out here, I put them in between these 2 buildings, so when it's done attacking there, they're definitely going to path to this building next. And same with over here. Instead of throwing them down kind of on top of that sign, I'll throw them down in between that sign and these flowers that are out there. So then they'll attack that first, and then they'll go into these gold storages, and then it creates a nice funnel. All the outside ones are done. If you throw down anything else, you're going to kind of funnel towards the inside. And you'll see on this, I only use 4 wizards for my entire funnel. 2 on the outside there, 2 on the outside there, and then they kind of funnel into the next thing. I only need 4 wizards, maybe even less to start your funnel depending on the base, but you don't want to overuse your wizards. You'll see I have 3 left after that initial funnel, and then I can use them elsewhere where they're needed at the end of the attack. And you'll see on this particular one it comes in pretty handy. So let's start this out, and then we'll take a peek at jump spell placement and kind of your funnel. So I'm doing a Zilla method queen walk, so I want my queen basically to run down this. That doesn't really matter for this video. Let's just take a peek at this funnel though. So there's my 1 wizard. I wanted to come in over by this wizard tower, but unfortunately it headed over to this archer tower. Whatever, not exactly as it planned, but this one I wanted to go in right to this cannon, and really it's not going to be, I don't think, in range of this wizard tower, but not that big of a deal. I think when my golem goes in, it tanks up this wizard tower, so it's within range of the wizard tower. And you can see where I set my golem. So this golem is within range of the mortar, so they're not going to harass my little wizards over here. And then this guy was already kind of focused on the archer queen or the golem, so I start my other 2 wizards right on there, these 2 right on there, and from there I know they're going to funnel right into these next buildings. And we got them going. So this first one's destroyed, now they're going over there. And the other building on the right is destroyed, and you can see both wizards go towards this. These kind of split off, not that big of a deal because everything that's in range is aggroed on something else. So it doesn't particularly matter for the wizard. That one just kind of goes over there and it's like, hey, I'm just going to start taking out some of these things along with the archer queen. And over here, these 2 that I laid down to begin with are taking out the next one. This guy already took out this other army camp, and now he's going for this gold storage. And now basically I know with this particular method I want to drop a bunch of Valkyries, and I know Valkyries like to clump up, so I got a couple Valks, a wizard, and a couple archers in my clan castle. What I'm going to do, knowing this is going to drop, I drop my clan castle right up, straight above this thing, so I know my clan castle is going to funnel right into that, and then they'll kind of go on down the line until it's done. This Barb King's already taking out that one, so after I release my clan castle, you'll see right there, I know they're going to funnel right in here, and I just get my other 9 Velks to go to this other edge. And I know from there, everything's going to funnel right into these middle buildings. And my Barb King actually took out that middle building. And you'll see I got these, one of my wizards from the funnel there, and the other one actually taking out this mortar over there. So that's the 2 from the initial funnel. And then I got a wizard there from my clan castle, and then the 2 archers. And then 1 wizard here that's going to walk in. This little wizard tower still focused on my golem. Golem's kind of beating on a wall trying to get into these little things, but it will reroute as soon as the archer queen kills all those. So you can kind of see that funnel worked fantastic. And there, this wizard already killed the mortar down there. And since my archer queen killed another building over there, my golem's like, ooh, I can reroute now that there's a hole in this wall. So there's a hole in the wall. Everything's kind of getting crushed up, and all I did was lay down 4 wizards for my funnel and then my CC. So this trash was taken out, and now like they're starting to get into these inner core buildings already with just those 4 wizards. This golem's rerouting because my Valkyries and everything headed in. If you don't already know, your Valkyries are going to attack anything that's attacking some of your troops if they're within range. So this archer queen, which is attacking, I believe, is attacking that golem for a while. These Valks are going to pop in and immediately crush that archer queen to begin with, and then they're going to take out these 2 buildings, and then they're going to follow the jump. And the last thing I kind of want to focus on as well is not only saving a couple from your funnel. So I still have those 3 wizards and a couple minions actually left over. Sometimes I use the minions if there's no air defenses on the corners. I could have certainly used a minion over here to take out all this trash, and I wouldn't have necessarily needed to use my wizards, but that's besides the point. I wanted those to get out a little bit quicker. That's why I used wizards. But again, I want to touch base on these jump spells. I see a lot of people, like you can see my jump spell here. It's getting into this section, this big section here, and the core. So I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4 sections with that jump. Don't underutilize those jumps. Don't just place it like right on there to get into this unit. Make sure you space them out properly, and you're going to see where I place my second one gets me into 4 spots as well, maybe 5 even. We'll double check when it actually comes down. But from there, my kill squad can basically get into all those different things. And you see, these are my funnel wizards yet, taking out these kind of outer buildings. And then my golem and one of my wizards over there is kind of funneling to come around the outside. And I pull a clan castle there, 2 poisons and a heal for that spot. I think they may have aggroed actually on my Barb King because they don't move actually after a certain little while. Actually, I think one of my Velks go in here. They jump in there and it kills it, and then it focuses on the Barb King after that because my Valkyries kind of swim over there. But those poisons and the heal, these little guys aren't going to attack fast enough within those poisons. These CC troops aren't going to attack fast enough within those poisons in order to kill anything in there that's being healed. They'll probably get like 5 or 6 heal procs off before they attack again. So you can see that jump spell gets me into that core. I don't know if anything actually goes over to the air defense and air pusher. And you can see the CC troops that kind of focused on those original things getting blasted down there in the core. But lots of poisons take those down. And then it gets focused on my Barb King. And the poison kind of takes down everything else from there. Which is good because that dragon goes down. And then my Barb King's basically in that core with a little bit of heal. And I threw another jump and a heal down in this because there's a lot of DPS kind of focusing in. So there's 2 cannons, 2 archer towers, a 3rd archer tower, and then this cannon actually can focus in there. It did take out a few of my my Valkyries, but you can see this jump spell. It's the inner ring here. It's getting from this section into this section, into this little section here, and then also to that section. So don't underutilize your jump spells. As I said, you can get into all these sections. Don't just jump into the next section over and call it a good jump. place it right in the middle here so it can get into all 4 of these sections. That a lot of times can be the difference between a successful 3-star attack in less than 2 minutes and a 2-star attack that maybe nets you 65 or 70%. Just making sure that you can get your kill squad across the map or into a certain section or two that you really need to take out, maybe a couple crossbows. One jump can get you into many different things. Don't use it just to jump one wall. See where you can place them to jump into multiple sections. Like if you would have put a jump down in here, if I wanted my core group to come into this, I could have placed a jump spell on this clan castle and gotten into this section, this little section, this section, this section, and this section. It would have gotten me into basically in and out of the core, one section over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Use those jump spells with authority, basically. Don't just jump one wall. Get in where you can, multiple spots. And basically from there, I still have those three wizards left over from my kill squad. Unfortunately, the giant bomb took out those 2. When my Valkyries went in there, there's 2 Valkyries that actually died from that giant bomb. Otherwise, this attack would have been even quicker with those going down because they would have taken those out afterwards, but not a big deal. As you can see, I'm starting to throw in the rest of my stuff. I wanted my wizard actually to go into this wizard tower to take that out as it was focusing on these Valkyries. Unfortunately, it said the next closest thing was this instead of going into the wizard tower and taking it out. Didn't really matter, so that focused in on my wizard. And I threw a minion up here because I knew it was kind of out of range of those. So I threw a minion down there, and then I still have my 2 wizards left as abilities. So you can see my other wizard. That was kind of a waste. That just helped take out one building. Didn't really need to use it as such. And then I'm just going to kind of fast forward as the rest of my kill squad goes around here and takes out everything. And there's my other minion. I plopped down over here. It took out a couple buildings. And I got taken out by that archer tower. But with those 2 wizards left, I knew if I place them down, like these guys are going to focus right in on them, kill them. I don't really want that. But I knew my Valkyries and my archer queen were kind of coming over. So I knew at some point these guys were going to lock on to either my Valkyries or my archer queen. And I could just drop these other 2 wizards that I have down that I didn't waste on my funnel. So that's another reason. This was a fast attack, but let's say it wasn't, and I'm just really crunched for time at this moment. These 2 wizards that I saved, so right there, everything I knew is focused. This guy's attacking my archer queen, the cannon's attacking my Valks, and from there, I can drop those 2 rest of those wizards. So I know they're going to focus on one wizard there to hopefully come in and take that out, one wizard here to take these out, and hopefully the cannon. So boom, there they go. And now my wizards can go right in while they're focusing on my Valkyries and take out those final 2 buildings. So that's the video, guys. Just wanted to highlight, you don't need a bazillion wizards to start your funnel. I use just 4, and don't start your funnel in a big line. It doesn't really help. That just gets rid of the trash. If you really want to funnel with your wizards, start them on the outside and have them path into these next buildings. That's going to be your most successful. Then you don't need 12, 15, or 10, 12 wizards for your funnel. You just need, 4. And then they kind of come in and take out all this trash. You got another one in your CC or whatever you hold in your CC, but 4 wizards basically to take out the entire stuff and everything in on this front line. They took out a lot of stuff. Just 4 wizards, easy funnel. Then after that, make sure you put your jump spells down in the right spot. So I basically put it right down on this Expo so I could get into 4 or 5 sections here, and then I put one down kind of on this air sweeper so I could get into all the sections down there. Don't use those jump spells just sparing or just to get over one wall. It's kind of a waste of a jump spell. You might as well use a wall breaker at that point. And but you can see there, they kind of just go in, jump spell gets into everywhere. I still have 3 wizards that I can use to funnel, everywhere else, or not funnel, but kind of clean up. So keep that in mind when you're doing your attacks. Hopefully this helps you out and helps you get a little bit more 3 stars if you're kind of struggling with that. But that is it for this video. Keep these tips in mind when you're trying to get those 3 stars, especially at Town Hall 9 or above. You don't need to waste a ton of troops on your funnel. It's best just to kind of use what you need to get that funnel, and then have everything else that you need to use as a kill squad or something else. You don't want to waste a ton of troops on your funnel. Use those jump spells with vengeance. Don't just jump one wall. Try to get over, 3, 4, or 5 sections there. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. There's a little Barb King that says subscribe to Joe's Auto down there in the bottom right. Use that to click if you're on a computer, if you're on your telephone, or if you are on your TV. Actually, I don't even think the little symbol pops up if you're watching from a smart TV. But certainly click that if you're on your computer to subscribe. If you're on your phone, just back out, go to the channel. Joe's Auto War Clan is the YouTube channel name, and give us a subscribe and start getting more 3-star attacks. Thanks, guys. Bye.